it is not you. Something I struggled with and was very challenged by in the journey with Tilly, both the last 3 months of 2024, but also the first 3 months post her passing, 3 to 4 months actually, was how did we get here? How did we get here, and how did this happen? And those questions are very much grief-based questions, and they are part of the grief process. And maybe I'll do another video on the process of grief as well that can really help people, because the grief process is not any different versus human or pet. It's exactly the same. The time frames might vary, but it's still the same. So how did this happen? How did we go from having an extremely healthy 14-year-old cat in March of 2024 to 6 months later she's sick, to 7 months later we have a diagnosis of kidney disease, to 9 months later she's gone? And this question of how did this happen tortured me for about 4 or 5 months, because I truly couldn't understand what was going on. I was like, she was not on drugs. She didn't, she wasn't on any medicine. She did have some thyroid, but she was not having shit processed food. She was on a raw prey-specific diet. She was having a detox, a gentle detox to support her organs. She was on milk thistle to support her liver. Her coat was extremely shiny. She'd had a dental clean, and her teeth were absolutely perfect underneath. At 14 years old, even the vets commented, she's the healthiest 14 cat I've ever seen. And her coat was so soft and shiny. It was truly beautiful, truly incredible. So how did we get here? And in my research, I was trying to understand this question, and what I was coming across and what I was finding was everything that I wasn't doing. And so I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. And the place that I came to, and the only way that I could truly explain it and find some understanding around it, was when the soul is choosing to leave, when the soul is choosing to exit the body, then that does create deterioration in the body. When the soul is choosing to leave, the physical body will experience deterioration. And that can come in many forms, but sickness is the most common. And so what I came to understand was that sickness and disease was not necessarily about me or about you. Rather, it was their path. It was their exit path. It was the path that they chose to exit the body. And yes, we can do things in this life through what we feed them, through the water that we give them, whether it's tap or whether it's filtered, the food, whether it's processed, dry food, kibble, a high carbohydrate, rendered meat with synthetic flavors, synthetic vitamins and minerals, or versus raw food, which is a prey-specific diet, organic, supplements or not. These are all things that we can do to, whether we flea them, worm them, vaccinate them, so toxicity overload, all of those things and all of those pieces absolutely contribute to disease, and they do contribute to the longevity of your pet. But if we just put those aside for the moment, because that is a whole nother video, if we just look at we're doing all these beautiful things for our pets, they've got a prey-specific diet, we're supporting their detoxification pathways, etc., but they're still presenting with sickness. Why is that the case? And if you have ever struggled with this, then I hope you can find some comfort and some understanding in that it's not you. It was simply their soul was choosing to take another journey and to take another path. Their soul was choosing to leave their body, and that decision creates deterioration in their body. And sickness is their exit plan. And it can be the same for us as well. Like when our soul has said, great, I've had my incarnation, I've done everything I need to do, I've experienced what I needed to, my mission is fulfilled. We can exit in many different ways, and sickness can be one of them. And so I guess I don't really have anything else really more to share on that, other than just to say it's not you. Sickness can literally and disease can literally be their exit strategy, and it's something that they choose, and they chose at a soul level. And absolutely we can do everything we can to be able to support them. Perhaps if they're not responding though, then we can't eliminate the idea that they may be leaving their body, and that will create deterioration in the body. And in that case, it is absolutely our job to hold space for them, to make everything available for them so that they can choose and leave as smoothly and as comfortably and as beautifully and as peacefully as they can. So I trust that that serves and that helps somebody, and I will absolutely see you again in the next video. All my love.